I thought my phone was a productivity tool, but then I learned the neuroscience on how it completely rewires your brain and realized that my phone was actually the thing destroying my life. I'm going to walk you through exactly what I did to break the phone addiction, but not only that, how I completely rebuilt my brain and rebuilt my life and finally accomplishing my goals. Hey, my name's Janelle, mama 4 and integrative nutrition health coach. I thought I was doing everything right. See, I wasn't lazy. I wasn't unmotivated. I was trying so hard, it was almost embarrassing. Every day I'd end up in the same place. I was constantly procrastinating, exhausted, even when I felt like I had not done much that day. I was having anxiety attacks and losing all joy. So I did it. I deleted all social media off my phone. That was step 1. Get the distractions away. And I actually just recorded a full video on how social media in particular is weakening your brain. Definitely check that out because that's what helped me actually delete the apps. At first, I left YouTube and Pinterest, but I was still using them like social media and scrolling. The entire time I was on the toilet for 10 to 15 minutes instead of the 3 it should have taken. And any homemaking task I had to do, dishes, laundry, I was scrolling to find the perfect YouTube video to listen to and watch while I did those chores. You can see how much time I'm adding to every little thing in my day already. But when you're living it, you don't realize. It's not until you say it out loud or look at your screen time in your settings and see how much all those moments you think are just a minute are adding up to hours. So I had to face the fact and I had to delete those apps too. The second thing that I did was I changed the color on my phone. I tinted it. I didn't do the full grayscale, which a lot of people talk about doing. I wanted a little bit of color on my phone, come on. But tinting it to where it was like all scales of blue really helped me not stay on my phone as long when I would go to check my text messages or something. Oh, I also had to delete my email because once YouTube and Pinterest were gone, I would scroll my email and read emails. Oh my goodness. And all of this really taught me how addicted to my phone I was. So then the third step was I had to start hiding my phone from myself. So instead of leaving my phone in the bathroom like I typically do, I started putting it up in a closet or in a kitchen drawer under the washcloths. And this helped me not be able to easily pick it up on the way to the restroom or something. The next step I took was to actually ask my kids to hold me accountable. And this was so important to me because I'm always trying to be an active role model for my children. Hey, I'm not perfect. I have this brain addiction, muscle memory problem that these phones cause, and I'm taking accountability and I'm changing it. If you see me just like sitting on my phone, you're totally okay to say something and call me out. My oldest 2 are 9 and 12, so I really want them to see how easily a phone addiction can happen and the steps it takes to have willpower and discipline. It's also just the accountability to me to be literally telling my kids, like, I want to be more present with you. I want to be more engaged with you. This is a goal of mine. These are my intentions. And it helps me to tell them so that I know I will keep my promise to them. And I told them what I was going to do. I also spend a lot of time here and there explaining the neuroscience to them that I talk about in my other videos, like the social media one, where I explain to them dopamine pathways and reactivity and cognitive fatigue. I explain to them why I want off my phone because I want them to have the same knowledge and understanding when they are older and have the responsibility and the choices to make themselves. The next step to getting rid of my phone was replacing the habits. I identified those moments where I wanted to scroll the most, like the bathroom, and the other one was right after dinner. I'm totally not ready to go straight to the kitchen and start cleaning after eating dinner. So I usually tell myself that I deserve a break after cooking dinner and eating, and I just need my food to digest, right? And that's totally valid. But the truth is that scrolling is not a real break. So what I replaced that with was I bought coloring books and colored pencils, and I bought something nice for my table to lay out different colored pencils and crayons and coloring books so that I could color with my kids after dinner and get the real break and rest and digest mode and connection time with family. Now, most people get this far, and honestly, at this point of just starting the getting rid of your phone journey, it really doesn't feel good at first because your brain has been completely rewired by the phone. It has control of you. The dopamine pathways, the attention circuits, your nervous system, these are all physical and chemical imbalances that are happening that need to be re-regulated. Part of this does happen naturally simply from removing the phone. But remember, I said I'm a super ambitious person. I want to be fully on, fully engaged. I want to learn more. I want to teach. I want to be active. I wanted a brain that was fully optimized. So to really take back my life, I had to not just take out the bad, but I had to start putting in the good. So the first thing I did was study what my brain needed from a baseline point of view and also what it needed for ADHD. I knew that was a big problem of mine, especially with screens making any ADHD symptoms much worse. What they're now calling brain rot is those ADHD symptoms, even if you don't have it, screens start to mimic ADHD symptoms and can almost give people what feels like ADHD. So I made sure I started taking supplements way more seriously, making sure I took my multivitamin, B vitamins, and magnesium are really, really important for brain chemistry. Healthy fats are super important for your brain. Your brain is literally made of fat, and you want to give it the healthy fats to rebuild those cells. And I also started taking supplements for anxiety. I also acknowledged not just the brain rot, not just the ADHD, but for me personally, I have spent the last decade pregnant, breastfeeding, broken sleep, all the stress that comes with new babies and motherhood in general. So I knew I had to really take care of my health and well-being if I wanted to rebuild my brain and rebuild my life. I know this is a lot, so what I actually did for you was created a free resource that has the top habits, top supplements, and even some awesome brain health recipes in there. It is a full brain recovery guide, free in the description below. This will help you get your brain back, ultimately helping you take control of your life again. The other thing I had to do was, once I got rid of the phone, once I started giving my brain the raw materials it needed to function properly, I also turned off my alarm and started letting my brain wake up naturally so that I wasn't depriving myself of any sleep. I also started decluttering my home. The more things around you in your home, the more noise in your head. Every single thing sitting around you is sending messages to your brain. Hey, you forgot about me. Hey, you need to clean me. Everything is sending you a message. So the less things around you, the less physical clutter you're going to have, the less mental clutter you'll have. And at this point, I'm starting to feel better. I'm actually starting to not crave coffee so much or finishing the whole cup anymore because I'm sleeping enough. My threshold for dopamine is lowering, so I'm not craving as much. Everything started to feel so much better, and my energy especially started to stabilize. The other thing I was able to start doing that I had always wanted to be doing was exercising more often. But it took all of these pieces prior for me to even get to the point of being able to implement exercising every day. And this is a huge part of mental health, both physically and mentally, right? It has been proven time and time again that exercise is more powerful than antidepressants, but because of everything we've already talked about, it can be hard to exercise in the first place. And so I'm so glad I was able to take those first steps, because now that I'm sleeping right, giving my brain what it needs, and exercising, oh my gosh, I am finally starting to feel like the superwoman I have always wanted to be. And I remember being so excited and telling my husband and looking at the clock and being like, it's 9 o'clock. The kitchen and the whole house is clean. We've already taken a walk. I'm not tired and craving a cup of coffee. We're starting to get into homeschooling. Like, I feel happy. I feel great. I'm not having an anxiety attack and feeling completely overwhelmed. And I just remember being like, whoa, my life is it's just lifing. I just feel normal. And I was so, so excited to be in that place. This compared to when I was anxious, impatient, overwhelmed, and I was even asking myself, what was I doing with my time? It wasn't making sense. But it's just that my phone had completely hijacked my brain and destroyed my life. And the only reason I'm here today, able to make these videos and show up like this, is because I took control of my life and got my life back. And now I'm truly doing it all despite the ADHD. It's the best feeling to know that I am fully capable and that I am enough to do this. If you're like, Janelle, I get it. I'm stuck in a rut too. I need to get my brain back. I need to get my life back. Hit the link in the description below right now. Get the guide. It's going to give you the habits, the supplements, the recipes that you need to get your life back.